All right, live. We're gonna make some quiche this morning. I will be bringing you in the grow room with me. Here in just a few, we'll go into the grow room. We'll make sure that our plants are looking good, that are ready to come under the light. I'm just gonna put my link down here at the bottom, and let me see if I can pin it. Let me just see here. Can I pin this? Pin. There it is. Pin the comment. Okay, so thank you. Glad you could come in. You can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay? Somebody's saying here, Gorilla Monk is saying can't hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? If you can't hear me, we might have to start again. I'm not sure what's really going on. Let's see. Maybe I can. Okay, maybe it's okay, yes. So maybe it's their side. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Hear you perfectly. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get over here. We're gonna make some quiche today. Now, basically stayed up kind of late last night, and we did get some prep done last night to really help ourselves today. And yeah, so we just got up like maybe 30 minutes ago, and I'm like, I need to get those quiche in the dehydrator. So, okay, cool. You can hear? Good. Yes. Okay, I'll keep going. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to put some quiche on these silicone dehydrator sheets. So for those of you who don't have the Raw Vegan Bundle, click my name right there, Ryan Natty Nate, or you can click the link up here. Go back to my page, and click the link in my bio. Grab the bundle, because the bundle is amazing. You're going to get all of these recipes that I'm going to be working with you this morning, and you'll get the links to be able to get these silicone sheets. If you do want the silicone sheets, send us a DM. Just send me a DM, say silicone sheets please, and I'll send you the link for these. They're $11 for 4 of them. They have a nice little lip around the edge, so it holds your if you're making like a fruit roll up, right? You pour your fruit roll up, smooth it out. Lissa has these in her hand salads book, right? So these are key for the hand salads. This is how we make the wraps. Some of you guys might have tuned in about this here.
The mushrooms are the barbecue mushroom steaks.
Ooh, okay.
Just so you know, because I was like, oh, you might not remember.
So she said here we've got the mushrooms. These are portobello mushrooms we cut up. These are the barbecue mushroom steaks. Barbecue mushroom steaks. So we made these barbecue, the sauce, and marinated these last night, as well as the quiche, which I'll show you here in just a sec. We're gonna get the quiche laid out. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put the quiche in the breakfast wrap. We're gonna make today at 2 p.m. PST. We're gonna be right back here in the kitchen, Liz and I, and we're going to make those wraps together. The breakfast wrap, which has the sunchokes, it's got the quiche. So the quiche needs to go in the dehydrator. And then we've got these mushrooms, these barbecue mushrooms. These are also in the hand salads book, the recipe for the mushrooms, how to make these, as well as the wrap. So we're gonna be putting these in the wraps as well. I wonder, maybe it was the Buffalo Ranch. I'll have to ask her. The Buffalo Ranch might have been the wrap that we're putting those mushrooms in.
The sweet carrot raisin.
Oh, it's the sweet carrot raisin. That's right. So the sweet carrot raisin wrap is...
And we made the everything bagel for the coconut one.
Gotcha. Thank you, babe. So the sweet carrot raisin wrap is what the mushrooms are going in. And then we made the everything bagel wrap that the quiche is going to go in. So that's going to be really fun. And we will get into the grow room here in just a moment. We'll check on our sprouts. We'll check on our microgreens. Everything's looking good, but I needed to get this done first, so we changed plans. So I'm just here in the kitchen. And I have this table. This is the table. This is the rack that I have with me in the office. And I just have this piece of wood that I put on top to make this really nice big counter right in the middle of our kitchen. And I'm actually going to be doing a YouTube video showing you what I'm going to be doing with this butcher block. This is a butcher block piece of wood. I just put a tablecloth over it. I'm going to be refinishing it and using some tung oil, and we will basically be having this as the prep station in our kitchen, and we'll probably hit it from this angle when we do stuff in the kitchen, because it's kind of a nice angle we can kind of get in and out of the kitchen. Okay, so now if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you guys have the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, you have all of these recipes. right? So, and if you don't have the bundle, click my name that I pinned there. That leads you back to my home page. Click the link in the bio, grab the bundle. It's 50 bucks, right? You're getting 40 different ebooks and courses in there, over $1,800 worth of stuff for $50. You can't beat it, you cannot go wrong, and you will have all these recipes. Okay, so I just made this quiche last night, and you can have the quiche recipe, get the bundle. This is in the bundle. This is in Lissa's hand salads book. This is a coconut base, right? So what is in here is basically a bunch of vegetables: broccoli, celery, red bell pepper, red onion, green onion, chopped up, minced, chopped up real good, and then we have a coconut base. So the base of this is made with young coconut and a bunch of other delicious seasonings. So this is a raw vegan quiche, right? So I just basically made this last night, put it in the fridge. All the flavors will meld. You don't have to do it that way. We just did it that way to be efficient on time. And what we have here is we've got our dehydrator sheet, looking good. I do have, we just did some tape. We did some tape for it because with our cats, sometimes you might have like one hair on here, right? So we're looking pretty good. I have this one hair here that doesn't seem like it wants to get out. There we go, got it. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to use the ice cream scooper. And if you get the bundle, or if you have the bundle, be sure to enroll in my course, it's the Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. And I go through all the tools that we like to use in the kitchen, stuff that really makes things handy. And the ice cream scooper is something that is really handy because you can portion things out, right? So I'm gonna just scoop this right out of here. Look at that there, beautiful. And I'm gonna lay these out on the dehydrator sheet. And these silicone sheets are real nice. They're good for all kinds of things. You don't just have to make wraps on the silicone sheets. You can make all kinds of stuff on these. I'm excited to make some fruit roll-ups for the trail. I don't know if you guys are into fruit roll-ups out there, but that's something that I've always really loved as a kid, all the way into my adult life. Fruit roll-ups are so good, especially when you make them yourself and you know exactly what went in them, right? So yeah, I figured, hey, I'm like, you know what? Shoot, I got to get those quiche going. I'm supposed to go live here in a few minutes. We kind of slept in a little bit. We stayed up pretty late last night. I wanted to make sure I got my day 6 video, what we ate in a day video up last night. So I had to spend some extra time getting that video edited and uploaded to YouTube, which go to my YouTube channel, Raw Natty Nate, and you can watch what we've been eating every single day for this bundle event. So today's day 6. That video will be up by 5 p.m. Lissa has hers going out every single day at noon. I believe hers comes out. Now I'm just going to stack these a little bit taller because I have a little bit extra quiche material left over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flatten these out and kind of try to smooth them out and get them to be as even as possible. These are going to go inside the breakfast burrito, or the breakfast wrap, I should say. It's the breakfast wrap. And the breakfast wrap, we're using the everything but the bagel wrap recipe. Like probably my favorite wrap recipe in the entire hand salads book. There's a lot of them I really like, but I love that everything but the bagel wrap. It is so good. So for those of you who have the bundle, make sure you get into that book, which I'm sure you probably have already, and check these recipes out. These are really fun to make, super delicious. Okay, so now that we have all of the stuff on the silicone sheet, sorry about the glare there. I do have a ring light here to try to lighten the place up a little bit here, and it's kind of bringing on a little glare. We're not like super production pro here with our lighting and everything, right? But we're doing the best we can with what we've got. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's see if I can do one here like this so you can kind of just see. Just take a spatula and just kind of flatten them out a little bit. I don't want them like super thin, but I also don't want them super thick. These are gonna go inside the wraps. And These are amazing. So this recipe, to give you a little story behind this recipe, Lissa created this recipe for, I believe it was maybe the holiday appetizer or the holiday book that was in one of the last bundles. And to pivot real quick and just tell you a little story about these collaboration books that are in the bundle. This year is the appetizer book, and it's compiled with over 30, I think there's 37 different chefs and creators that contributed their recipes to that book, exclusive to the bundle, so you can't get it anywhere else ever again. So for those of you who do have the bundle, you have that book, which is so cool. Do you guys eat sprouts? Yes, Chris, we love sprouts. We eat sprouts every single day. Every single day. Love sprouts. We sprout. So yeah, anyways, back to the collaboration book. These books are exclusive to the bundle. This year's is the appetizer book, right? So previously, she made the quiche recipe, and I believe it was in one of those collector's edition books in the last bundle. And it has a crust recipe that goes along with it that you dehydrate. And we made that, and it was delicious, but there was some left over, like a couple patties worth left over. So we decided just to flatten it out on a dehydrator sheet like this, and we had them the next day, and we're like, oh my gosh, these are so good without the crust. So it kind of spawned a whole new way to use the quiche, because traditionally, yeah, it was like kind of in a pie crust, and you cut it into like little pie pieces and eat it like that, which is still amazing, super delicious. But now we make these patties like this. A lot of times we make them like this because it's just a little bit less work. You don't have to make the crust, and they're really fun to eat, just picking it up almost like a hash brown and just eating it like that. So I'm just kind of flattening these out here. I'll scroll back to see if I missed any of your questions, or if you did ask questions, and if you want to rewrite it, I'll see if I can look there. The phone is a little bit far from me. I always thought that my eyesight was really, really good. I can see, I feel like pretty well, I'm more far-sighted than nearsighted. And the other day we were at our friend Angelica's house, which she'll be in the YouTube video today of what we ate today, because we went to her house for day 6, basically. Even though today's 6, we did the filming before the event. And she let me use her pair of glasses, her reading glasses. And I was like looking at this bottle of, like, she was showing us some supplement, like a B12 supplement or something. And I put on those glasses and I could see so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm wearing magnifying glasses. So I'm like, man, maybe I should get some glasses for reading. And I wish I had them right now, because then I could see even better the comments, which, of course, you'd think, oh, you eat a raw vegan diet, don't you have perfect eyesight? Well, raw vegan diet is amazing to prevent all kinds of things, but it's not the heal-all, end-all, be-all cure for every single thing, like eyesight going awry the older you get. Okay, so there they are. They're just smoothed out. We got 9 of these bad boys. We're only going to use 3 per breakfast burrito wrap, and then we'll be able to share the other quiche. We'll just, we'll split them. We'll each have a 1.5 each, and they're so good. Oh my gosh, I really wish you could taste these. All right, let's see here. I read that the whole population will have eye issues because of tech. I would not disagree with that 100%. We do have, we try to do the best that we can. I don't have the blue blocker glasses yet. I feel like those might be really helpful. But at the end of the day, especially more recently, we've been doing a lot of work on our phone. Yeah, my eyes are just like burning. So I can definitely see how that's going to be an issue. Too much time on the screens. Yeah, definitely. 100%. I agree, 100%. Okay, so check this out. We're going to put these in the dehydrator. And I want to grab another silicone sheet here, because I want to put the mushrooms on the silicone. Do I have silicones up here? Yes, I do. I was nice to myself. We got some more silicone right up in the cupboard. We got, I think we have 16 of these, because we have 2 dehydrators. Each one's a 9 tray. So we have 8 for each dehydrator. If we wanted to go crazy, we could. But we got that because we were making so many wraps for the book. Lissa put her heart and soul into this book, the hand salads book. Make sure you check it out. It's amazing. Get the bundle. Links right here or up here. Just go to my bio. Get the bundle. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have so much fun. We've been getting a lot of messages from people who have been showing us pictures of the things that they're making, and they're praising the bundle, and they're so happy, and I just love that because that's what it's all about. It's all about trying to help one another eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. So we've got another tray we're gonna put the mushrooms on, but I need to grab a little fork. Oh, actually, you know what? Check this out. This is a brand new addition to the kitchen, and a kitchen addition. You guys know what these are. These are just some little tongs, right? And it's cool because that little clip doesn't come off. Blink. Cool, right? And these are like iridescent. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these mushrooms. These have been marinating all night long, right? We'll just kind of flip them around a little bit here. Just get that sauce all over them again. The barbecue mushrooms. We're gonna have these. Today's Saturday. We're wrapping these wraps up today, and then we're gonna go for a hike tomorrow. Hike to this mountain peak that's close by. It's about 3,000 vertical feet. It's gonna be a pretty good hike. We haven't been taking our walks these past couple days, so it's gonna be a challenge. But we're gonna go up there tomorrow. Our plan is to go up there tomorrow and eat these wraps at the top of the mountain, have lunch up there and broadcast live, and just hang out with you guys and have some fun eating these wraps. So we're gonna be wrapping these up today, and we're gonna eat them tomorrow. So these are just basically gonna go in the dehydrator for several hours, right? And we did prepare, obviously, we prepared this stuff last night before we went to bed. It wasn't actually before we went to bed, it was right after dinner. You know, we were eating dinner and we were in the kitchen. I was doing some dishes, and Lissa was putting away some groceries. I went grocery shopping yesterday. And you know, I'm like, you know what? Let's just get in the let's just stay in the kitchen and just do the prep work that we need to do right now. That way we don't have to wake up extra early in the morning to do it, because we were contemplating like, oh, well, we could just get up at 7 in the morning and make the quiche, and I didn't really want to do that. Making the quiche does take a little bit of time. You know, you have to crack coconuts and get the meat out of the young coconuts and make up the stuff. I think it probably took me like a good, I don't know, probably closer to the better part of 20 minutes to prepare those quiche cakes. And then Lissa was making this, and then she also was making us dinner. So it's all about the prep work though, right? Once you get the prep work dialed in. These tongs are awesome, babe. We just got these tongs. The other day I was at the store, and I saw iridescent measuring spoons, and I saw these iridescent tongs, and we have like some iridescent knives and some cups, and you know, I don't know, we've kind of slowly been collecting iridescent stuff. It's kind of fun. What's that? Galvanized steel, she says. Yep. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's got the galvanizes, got like the blur pinkle. You know, it's kind of bluish, pinkish purple. It's pretty fun. Okay, so there is the mushroom stuff. Now what's cool with these silicone sheets, and they've got the corner on them, is, you know, they can hold sauces and stuff really nicely. So I'm just gonna pour the rest of this marinade. So we've got garlic and chives and all kinds of delicious seasonings like onion powder and stuff like that. I think there's some smoked paprika in there. So there's that, that's good. And I'll give you a little close up here of the mushrooms. Look at that. And they smell so good. And I haven't even had breakfast yet. That's one of Ralph Smart's line. I don't know if any of you guys watch Ralph Smart. It's cool. I love how he's like, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. Yep, I haven't even had breakfast, but this looks so good. I'm just kind of moving this around, just getting that sauce to kind of move around. But what we're going to do is we're going to go throw both of these in the dehydrator, and these will dehydrate out until 2 o'clock when we're ready to wrap the wraps. Now what we will do here, let's see, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So probably in about 3 hours, we'll flip them. we'll take them off of the silicone, flip them, which, to give you some insight on how I like to flip the quiche, I'll just put another tray and mesh right on top, flip it, and then pull this tray off, and then just peel the silicone. And that way they're perfectly placed on the other tray, and it's just, I don't have to like use a spatula or anything. So you just stack another tray on top. I can't do it right now because they haven't been dehydrated a little bit, and then just flip it. So yeah, that's kind of a tip there. Let's see here. Oh my God, the bundle, the bundle. I imagine the taste of those mushrooms after dehydrating. Yes, they're so good. And these are gonna go in some wraps. We're gonna wrap these wraps and the quiche wraps at 2 p.m. PST today, right here in the kitchen. So in like 6 hours or whatever. So these will be in the dehydrator until then. So what I can do is I can bring you with me. It'll be a little shaky. I'll get you off the tripod here. We can go in the dehydrator, maybe take a peek at the wraps that we made yesterday. We made those wraps yesterday after dinner. They're in the dehydrator all night long. We haven't touched them. You know, it was like 12 minutes to blend up each one. So Alyssa spent about the same amount of time doing those 2 sets of wraps. So we actually have 4 wrappers in the dehydrator to occur the same amount of time as it took me to do this. So if you're solo, what we did last night took about an hour prep, but the 2 of us were teaming it up together, so it took us 30 minutes and we were done, which is really nice when you can tag team that kind of stuff. So what I'll do is I'm going to grab the phone and I'll take you over the dehydrator, and we'll slip these in the dehydrator, and then we can move over to the office and check on our microgreens. All right, so bear with the shake here. Bear with the shake. Just grab you off here. Let me turn this around, and you can see a little close-up here of these mushrooms. Look at these. So these have been marinating in the fridge all night long. So those, and we did kind of poke them with the fork, so some of that marinade can get into the mushroom. And we're just going to dehydrate these for about 6 hours. We're going to do 3 hours one side, 3 hours the other side, and we'll take them off of the silicone sheet. But yeah, these silicones are so amazing because look at that lip. Look at the lip that it has, 1/4-inch lip. These are really incredible. Definitely a game changer for making the wraps. And then here, look at those quiche. All those quiche, so amazing. I really wish that you guys can try these. Yeah, right? Aren't those mushrooms amazing looking? They're gonna be so good. Okay, so let's bring you over to the dehydrator. I'm gonna do this one-handed without dropping it. Bring you over to the dehydrator here. I'm gonna set this here. Look, we got all kinds of trays we just cleaned up, laid out. Got our dehydrator over here. And look at, these are the wraps we made last night. We've got 4 of them. This is one recipe, makes 2. Each one of her recipes makes 2 wraps, right? So here's the everything but the bagel wrap, and look at these. Oh man, I'm telling you, get that bundle and you learn how to do these. Lissa has a 30-minute video that's also a part of her book. Links for all these, and she'll show you exactly how to make these just like a professional. They will turn out perfect every single time. Oh man, these are gonna be so good. Okay, so we gotta make a little bit of room here. So what we're gonna do, look at these ones. Another set of delicious wraps. Look at that. That is so amazing. Yeah, do a demo. Sometimes I should open the coconuts. Oh yeah, okay. Here, maybe we'll do that this morning. I can open up a coconut. Okay, let's see. Let's get these up here. Kind of move stuff around a little bit. This is one thing I really love about the Excalibur 9 tray is, you have so much space. There's so much space. We're just going to condense these a little bit. These have been going all night long. Those are condensed. We can take our quiche here and put our quiche in. We're going to give a little space in between, so one tray distance in between those 2, and then look at, we've got a perfect spot for the mushrooms right down here. Let's go grab our mushrooms. Look at here's a little behind the scenes. You can see the ring light and the setup. Isn't this table cool? Just got this piece of wood, and I'm going to refinish it so we don't have to use this mat. It'll look so much nicer, and it really does add so much more counter space. when we do any kind of demos or kitchen stuff. But look at it, takes up the whole kitchen. I mean, my gosh, it's wild. All right, so here we go. Going in. The mushrooms are going in, and there we go. So you see, we did a little prep work last night. She made the wraps. She made up the wraps. I did the quiche, the mushrooms. Boom. So now we're set. The lunch fixings, in a sense, are pretty much done. We just have to chop a couple things that we're going to be putting in there. Ooh, look at the raw peach says, I made my first wraps yesterday, and I ate my first one today. Super impressed, and I didn't even have the mats with the lip, but I've ordered them and I can't wait. Raw peach, that is so cool. We've been telling people that you don't need to have the silicone sheets, and that is so cool to hear from you that you didn't have them and they worked out. So really cool, really, really cool. So what were we gonna do? We were gonna open up a coconut. You guys wanna see open up a coconut? There's a couple different ways you can open up a coconut. You can open up a coconut with a knife, which I can show you that way. It's very dangerous in a way. You have to be very, very careful. But I have another way to open it with a Cocoa Jack. That's the easier way to do it. Would you guys like to see that? I'll show it to you. Nate, you have to do a video how to organize and storage stuff. That's a great video. You ought to see my storage unit. It's very organized. I like stuff organized because it's quick and efficient. When you're looking for something, you know where it's at. You can go right there. You can get it. As soon as you're done, clean it up, put it right back. I learned that from my grandpa. My grandpa, man, he was a machinist. So everything was very meticulous, down to like the 1,000th. You know, machinists are very, very meticulous with their stuff. So what time is the grow video going to be? Okay, well the grow video is going to be right now. If we want to do the grow, we can run into we actually do need to go check on the microgreens. Let's run in there and check on the microgreens real quick. And then we can come back. Yes, Cocoa Jacks. Yep, the Cocoa Jack is on the essentials list. Let's cruise into the grow room, the office. So what I did for my course, the Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course, is I did speak about each tool that I know and trust and believe in and I love. And I made a store, a catalog basically, and I made it into a PDF form. So when you enroll into my course, the Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course, from getting the bundle, go get the bundle, then you'll have the course. I've got over 4 hours of education and training, you know, showing you all of these different tools, what you need, I feel like in a lot of ways in the for a raw vegan diet. And then of course, what things will be very, very handy. But in that course, every single video down below the video is a download link for the PDF for the store. Basically, it's just a catalog. And I catalog every single thing that I mention in that particular module. So it's linked. If you do want to purchase anything that we're using, I have it linked in there so you can grab it. So the Cocoa Jack is linked in there and it's definitely a handy thing to have. Let me just scroll back here. Did I miss anybody's questions? I don't think so. Okay, just double checking. If I did miss your question and you want me to answer your question, type it again and I'll do my best. Okay, let's turn this around. Let's look at our babies this morning. Look at these babies. Okay, so we've got the purple kohlrabi. Look at, ooh, you see these ones are just kind of like almost limpy. They're just kind of hanging there. They have been cut, right? So they don't have a lot of support, but I can tell that these ones here, ooh, and this is pretty light. These ones definitely need a drink. I did water these all last night. We haven't even cut into our cabbage yet. I like to let the cabbage go a little bit longer, but those are good. Thanks for the quiche and mushroom demo. You and Melissa want to make us get in the kitchen and make these too. Yes, good, good, good. That's the whole point. We want to like entice you guys to get in the kitchen. So glad you got the bundle and you're having some fun with it. These here are the peas. They're doing pretty good, right? Pretty nice. The peas I feel like kind of start off, these particular strain of peas actually start off kind of slow and then they really do take off. You know, we'll be finishing these radish today. Those are done. We'll be cutting into these today to put in some of the wraps, as well as we'll be cutting some more of the kohlrabi. We've got these radish, new set of radish. This tray right here is the exact same as this over here. We like to go through quite a bit of radish. We'll probably cut some of those today. So be sure to come check us out at 2 o'clock. We're going to be back in the kitchen making the wraps. Look at these ones. Look at how beautiful. Isn't that just amazing? So all of these need water. And then we've got here our delicious sunflower. And then for those of you who are asking about the seed holes, see them? What I like to do is I like to just go like this. You can hear a couple of them, they're just falling off. They're falling off on the floor. I'll just kind of rub them slightly the older they get, and they just kind of pop off. What doesn't pop off, when we harvest, we'll soak in a bowl of water and then just spin dry them. But as you can see, they just kind of pop right off. And there's still a little bit ways to go. Like, one thing you can do is you can kind of lightly mist the top. That kind of softens them up to where they do come off. But if you could easily, of course, sit here and pick each one off, but I don't like to do that. It just takes so much time, and you can damage the plant. But if you soak them in water, they basically they absorb the water and they just fall right off. So that's how those are. Now let's get into the closet. Remember we did the ones in the closet yesterday? We did the blackout. We didn't black out this tray. Now here, check this out, friends. Not every tray is a winner. I don't know what went down with this one particularly, but it's not doing the greatest. I mean, we're still going to grow it out and see what's happening, but it's not thriving the way that I was hoping it. So not all of them can be a winner, right? It might be the seed strain. I didn't mark this I don't even really recall exactly what I planted here. I think I'll have to look in my seed bin, because I know it's right on top, because this was the newest one that I planted. But yeah, you see, it's not looking like the most amazing. So we're going to put it under the light today and give it some water, because they have sprouted out, and we'll just grow them out and see what happens. We'll move the stuff down here on the rack a little bit, kind of make room for, I'm actually going to put these over here. So I do have the fans going. I've got these little fans kind of bringing just a little bit of air movement around here. So we'll water these ones as well. And then let's take a peek at these. Look at these. Are we ready? Drum roll. Yes. All right, so they stretched out pretty good. Look at them peeking out now. I don't know if you remember. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's little water droplets right on them. I just love that. It's like the morning dew. So these are looking all right. Not too bad. So what we're going to do here to make some more room is I'm going to move these other racks, or these other trays, a little differently, so I can make up some room here. Forgive me, so I'm holding you in my one hand, trying to do this in my other hand. There we go. So we moved the direction of these trays so we can fit them all on. And what's cool is I can actually grow 16 of these large trays on this entire rack, because I've got the bottom shelf that actually has lights. So we can do 4 per shelf, just like this. 10 by 20s, so you've got 4, 8, 12, 16. So really you can put a lot of food on this rack. So yeah, look at those little beauties though. They're looking quite amazing. So all of these need water this morning, which I don't have my counter in here, so it's a little harder to water, and I also need to get some more water. So that's going to be something that we will do here in just a moment. But let's go check next on the microgreens that we put on the windowsill over here. So cool. Isn't this cool? I don't know. I just really geek out on this. This is the coolest thing. Right here in the home office. Got the freeze dryer over there, right? So we can freeze dry some of the microgreens even. But like you can see, it doesn't take up too much space, really. I mean, if you've got some space in your place, look at how much food you can grow. All right, so let's look over here and check these little babies out. We put these on the windowsill yesterday. Look at them. They're kind of sporadic. They will bump up though, but look at them. Do you see that? Do you see how they're all angled? Because they were here like this. They're angled towards the window. They're going towards that light. So every day I like to just rotate them. And I come in here and I give them just the tiniest drink of water. Let me just pull this up. You can see just a tiny little bit of water down there. This sits right on the bottom, so you don't need much water. And it's actually got a pretty good amount of weight. I can feel that we don't need a lot of water in there. I'm probably gonna let that go because I did water it kind of late last night. I don't wanna overwater, But that's another way to grow microgreens. If you don't want to, put together a rack system, you can just grow in some recycled containers and just put it right on your windowsill. So I always like to do that on one of these grow alongs because I really just want to try to inspire you to get growing, right? And as you can see, we're in this high-rise building. We don't have a yard. This is our yard, if you see out there. We've got a little balcony. You're not allowed to grow plants out there because it gets really windy and sometimes stuff blows all over the place. But yeah, essentially, that's what we do in the morning time. Just check on them, give them some water, go water the sprouts. Look, it's 8:37. If I was focused and I wasn't doing this live, all of this, like aside from the quiche and the mushrooms, but all of this watering, getting this out and watering would take probably less than 5 minutes to just make sure everything's watered in the morning. So it's really, really cool to get into. It doesn't take up much time. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it that I have for you this morning that I wanted to do with you. I just wanted to take those out of germination. And Betsy says here, I have the same type of setup for my microgreens, which is so fun. Yeah, isn't that so cool? Notice you have clear matte lining on each of your shelves. What are you using? That's a great question. And if you want, Betsy, send me a DM and I'll give you the link for the shelf liners. Or if you get the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, go to my link here, or I have it pinned right down here. Click the link, go check out the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. And I've got my brand new Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course in there. And wait, yes, I do have it in there. I was like, do I have the rack in there? Because what we do is we like to store food on one of these wire shelves. So I do have some shelf liners in there. So if you guys are in the course, you can get the PDF and you'll have the store and you'll have the links already. But Betsy, if you want, I can send you the link to these. These are just the shelf liners and they're pre-cut, as you can see right here. Around this pole, they're pre-cut to fit. They're 4 feet in length and they work so nice because it's just so easy to just, when you want to clean, you just give them a wipe down with the rag. I absolutely love it. It's really, really nice. Don't forget the coconut thing. Okay, hey, thanks for reminding me. I love that you did because I wasn't sure if you guys were paying attention and wanted to see that that bad. Does running the grow lights and multiple dehydrators cause negative impact on the monthly energy bill? Depending on where you're at and your power, these lights do pull a little bit, not a lot. Luckily, we're very fortunate here. Our power is wrapped up into the rent that we pay. So we don't pay for power. So we try to be as efficient as we can. We don't keep lights on just for no reason or whatever. But I couldn't tell you what it is because we're not monitoring our power. But we run the dehydrator. Really, we've been doing quite a bit for the bundle to showcase, the different things that we can do. A lot of times we'll run the dehydrator maybe once, if not twice a week at most. Like there might be some weeks where we're doing like another marinated stew or something. We might use it 3 times, but we don't have it going every single day. This though does go every single day. And it's on a timer, so it just, turns off in the evening time. I don't really think that these lights pull very much. And I know there's some other, super nerds out there that, and I'm not trying to bash people by saying they're super nerds out there, but I've got some friends who really work out the exact amount of power that these things are pulling. So you could do a search on YouTube. I'm trying to picture like what video was it that he posted, a buddy of mine. I'll see if I can find it, but it doesn't take a lot of power. I don't really feel like it does take too much power. Okay, so let me see. You're scrolling down here. Don't forget the coconut thing. Get good. Betsy got the bundle. That's awesome. Betsy, you have the bundle, and you were asking about the shelves. I'll show you the rack that I have pictured in the bundle. I didn't cover any of the microgreen stuff. I do have a microgreen growing course, which has this entire system on it, and I have the links for that. And I believe on my YouTube as well. I need to double check, but I'm rebuilding that catalog so it's nice and clean and just easy to find stuff. But for any of you who are listening to this who want the link to those shelf liners, you can just find them on Amazon as well, right? But I do have an affiliate link, so I make maybe 4 cents or something if you buy through my link or something. So that's kind of cool. But send it to me, and I do have it saved because I have everything from my microgreens in an actual notepad list, so it's easy to get those links. So glad you got the bundle though. The bundle is amazing. Be sure, if you're listening in, today's day 6 of the event. So we're basically at the halfway point. We only have another 5 days left to be able to get the bundle. So go to my link. I pinned it, my handle name down here, or go up here, just tap up here. Go to my page, check out the bundle, watch the video, see the live events that are happening. The live events are all free, super cool stuff, lots of information people are sharing with everyone, and it's a really an amazing deal. I don't see a difference on my bill, but I only run the lights during the day with a timer. Yeah, so same as us, you know, and I feel like some of the other friends that I have, they say just like it's like maybe you know, it's like less than $1. Well, I want to say that's actually for the freeze dryer. It was like $1 a day if you're running it. But the lights I think are even less, maybe like $0.25. But don't quote me on that. I know if you want the exact amount that it takes, you could also go to the site, the Barina, and you can like work the numbers and whatnot and try to figure it out. But what we could do now, still have to water, so I'm going to bring my water jug out. Got to fill this up. Let's go crack those coconuts. Let's cruise out, we'll crack the coconuts, and I can show you guys the tool that we like to use. This tool has been really handy in so many ways. It's called the Cocoa Jack, and I actually got one of the very first ones back in 2017, I believe I ordered this, and it took probably about 5 months to get because it was one of those startup companies. They hadn't hit production yet, so I waited so long, and I was kind of worried that I would never even get it, but I did end up getting it, so I was really excited about that. So let me get you put into a tripod here so you can see what's going on. Let me actually check this out. I'm going to bring you over to our cooler. I do talk about all of the stuff that we take with us traveling. This is a electronic cooler. It's got a plug on the side, and you can plug it into your cigarette lighter of your car, or I actually bought the battery. The one that I have linked in my course, I believe, comes with the battery and a solar panel, which I just got the solar panels, haven't even tried these yet, with a little, basically like a little electronic generator. And I'm going to use these two together to be able to run this cooler out in the desert or when we're camping. So that's going to be really handy because, you know, we want to keep our stuff that's perishable cold. And we have this as kind of like our backup fridge. Right, coconuts take a lot of space, cabbage, carrots. We've got some Brussels sprouts in there. So it's kind of nice to have as a backup fridge. But here, we'll grab a coconut down here. And here, I can actually, maybe I'll grab 2. I'll grab 2 coconuts. This one's feeling kind of light. Anyways, we're going to crack these open. But yeah, if you're in the bundle, open up my Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course, and I go through everything that we use traveling, and I do cover this in a bit more detail. But that cooler has been a game changer for us because now we don't have to worry about making sure we have ice packs frozen every single day. It can be kind of a hassle, kind of a headache in a way to make sure that, you know, you're spending money on food that you want to keep fresh. You don't want that food to go bad, so you do the things that you have to do to keep it cold, which is either pack with dry ice or refreeze those freezer packs. Okay, so what I want to do, let me see an angle here. Let's see, what do we got here? How can we hook this up? Oh, I got an idea. Look, we'll take the cutting board, right? We'll take the cutting board and we'll put it right over the kitchen sink. And then maybe I can have you just placed like this. Let's check out that angle. How's that looking? Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so let's get you in this tripod here. Look away if you don't like the shaky. Sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. That's looking good. Let's go like that. Get you down nice and close. Okay. How's that? Can you guys see all right? There. Okay. So what we'll do is we've got the Cocoa Jack. So this is a pretty handy tool. It's got a nice sharp edge around it, right? A little cutout right here. And it does come with a rubber handle. I just took it off to wash it last night because I did crack some coconuts for the quiche. And then you also have your mallet. This is just a hard plastic hard plastic mallet. These two right here together, this is a very nice tool. I do cover this in the Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course. This is a really handy tool to have, and this is definitely the safest way, I feel like, to open a coconut if you want to get the coconut meat out. Really, really cool. And then I'll show you this other tool that we have. And I did link this in the course as well, but I didn't go over it in the course. It wasn't until after that I did that module, I was like, oh shoot, I didn't show the scooper. And this is actually a new edition. Lisa just got this for me for Christmas, so I've only used it a few times because I'm so used to using a spoon. But this is a really nice tool to be able to get your coconut meat out. It's not real sharp on the edge, but it does have like a little bit of a bevel to where it does have a little bit of scraping abilities, right? So what we're gonna do is let's open up our coconuts. Super simple. Just take them out of the cellophane. And let's get ourselves set up for success here. We're going to get our, I like to pour the water through a strainer just to capture any kind of debris or anything. Let me grab that real quick. We'll grab the strainer. So what I like to use is I like to use these, and I even put both of them together. They're both pretty fine mesh, but I just put them both together because why not, right? It's super easy to clean them. You just rinse them with water and dry them off. But I'm gonna put this right on top of the Vitamix craft like this, right? And then that way we can pour the water in there, and it's easy to pour the water out of this. And then I'll show you what we can do with the water after you have them cracked. So I like to have a little rag out here. So the one way to do it is with the Cocoa Jack, right? So you're just gonna place the Cocoa Jack right on top. And what's cool with a young Thai coconut, these are young coconuts. They're normally big and green, and they cut them down to have this kind of shape, which is really, really nice. How to know the white coconuts are fresh? Well, these are always young, and they should be fresh. You know, there's no guarantee. If you open up one, you know, the water might be slightly pinkish or purple, but that's still fine. It's still safe. And I've even had some where they've been in my cooler for a while, and they had like a little bit of mold growing on, like, you know, here and here. And I just took a Scotch pad and washed it under the sink and just kind of scrubbed the mold a little bit. And I opened them up, you know, like, 'cause I don't want to waste it. But they should be good. I mean, if you're buying them from the store and you use them pretty fast, like, you know, sometimes we've had them set in the cooler for a couple weeks, but they should be fresh. All right, so you're just gonna put this right on top, and you're gonna give a couple of smacks. Just like that. Now, to open it, let's see, is it moving it? We might need to go just a little bit deeper. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull back this way, and then I'm gonna use this lip and set it right on the edge to get to back it out. Whoops. To back it out, since you're trying to make that nice and smooth. Okay, it didn't really work out the best. Sometimes you can just pull it back this way and it just pops off. But there it is. Pretty quick, easy way to open a coconut, right? Now, what I like to do is I like to pour the water through the strainer into the Vitamix container, because the Vitamix container has that little lip, right? And it's easy to pour it out into a jar. Nice and clean and easy. And I did strain it, so let's just look at the strainer here real quick. Look at there. You can see the one little chunk of wood that kind of came out. So that's why I like to strain the water before I use it. Now, to show you the knife trick, I learned this from my buddy Constantinos, and this is how I had to open the coconuts when I was waiting for my Cocoa Jack. I was waiting so long for this thing, so I got really good at opening up coconuts with a knife. Kovacs. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much. You purchased a badge. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, isn't that fun? Okay, so this one here, I would not recommend doing the knife trick. I would recommend buying the Cocoa Jack. There's lots of companies that are selling these on like Amazon. You can get these now. There's several different companies making these. I would just buy one of these. It's probably like maybe $20 to $30, and I do have this linked in my course. So if you get the bundle, go to the link in my bio, get the bundle, enroll into my kitchen essentials course, hang out with me for hours in the kitchen, and we'll go over all the tools. We'll go over this tool, and that's linked in the PDF below. But if you're watching this and you didn't get the bundle, maybe you're watching this later and you want the link to the Cocoa Jack, just send me a DM, a direct message, or an email or something and say, yo, Nate, can you send me the Cocoa Jack link? And I'll send you the link because it's pretty cool. But you could also just do an Amazon search. Just type in Amazon coconut opener or Cocoa Jack, and these tools will pop up. It's basically like these tools. And they say, you know, like you're only as good as your tools, right? These tools make the job efficient and quick and easy to do. I'll show you how to use this in a second. Let's open up this other coconut with a knife though. All right. So, I've got my trusty Bed Bath & Beyond knife. This is a $5 knife. I love this knife. I've had this knife for 6 years, running strong. I got this right when I first became raw, and I love it because the design's really cool, right? And it's got this super sweet sheath. I'm big into knives with sheaths because I like to pack my knives sometimes, throw them in a container or in the drawers or in my backpack, and it's not gonna cut stuff up with the sheath. This makes it so, so nice. 55 Lives bought a badge too. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for buying the badges. That is so cool. Thank you. That must be like a new thing or something. So what we're gonna do here is, yeah, I've been following Lissa from the beginning. Kovacs. I'm probably botching your name. I'm so sorry if I am. In the beginning, I witnessed when you bought her 30-day ebooks, then saw the interview with you. Oh, you did. You saw the YouTube interview. That was back in 2017 for the first time, and I follow you as well. So happy you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning back in. Hopefully you yourself are incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables into your life. So I'm sure you probably are, right? You've been watching us for all these years. So cool. Coach Robert, what's up? Coach Robert Moore is in the house. Man, it's so good to see you, my man. Love you, brother. Hope everything's good with you. Oh, thank you so much, 55 Lives. I really appreciate you guys. That is too sweet. Excuse me. I just had to use the... Okay, so now check this out. This, like I said, I would not recommend doing this, but I want to show you how this is done. Appreciate what you guys are doing for us. Oh, thank you so much. That's what we're here for. We really want to help you. We just want to inspire you to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, man. That's the whole goal, right? Okay, so check us out. We're taking the knife, and I like to use a rag so the thing doesn't really rock around. And we're going to put the knife kind of like right over in this area, because basically we're going to try to cut the same kind of hole, right? And so when we do stab it in, we're going to be using this. Like I said, it's dangerous. Just don't do it. But I want to show you. Get the Cocoa Jack. The Cocoa Jack's the way to go. Okay, so what we do is I put the knife here, and I'm going to put my hand on the handle without the handle poking through. I'm going to put the handle kind of below my hand, and I'm going to give my hand a good smack to drive that knife into the coconut. And we want to have the right angle, right? So it works to have kind of a good angle on here. So let's drive it in here. Okay, so that's in, right? Now we take the knife and we kind of bend it back down a bit. And the inside of the knife is actually, we're going to be catching it on the end or the walls of the coconut to be able to use the leverage to open it. So this is where it can be dangerous. You don't want to have your thumb down. As you see, the blade would cross my thumb. If I slipped, bad news. You want to have your thumb up top. I like to keep my palm up here, away. Every finger is away from the blade because the blade's back here, and we're going to be using some leverage here, right? So there we go. We just keep spinning this around. I kind of wiggle the knife back out. I like to use just the tip of the knife. You don't want to have the knife too deep in there. And as you can see, this is a pretty quick and efficient and clean way to do it. But like I said, it can be dangerous. I would not recommend this. Okay, so there it is, just like that. That's how you open it up with a knife. Pretty nice. It does work if you're in a pinch, you don't have Cocoa Jack. Okay, so we're gonna pour this in here. Oop, hold on. There we go. Filter out this water through our strainer. Then we got all this delicious coconut water. Now we'll get the coconut meat out. So as you can see, to make the quiche, we have to do this. We did this with 3 coconuts last night. So it does take a little bit of time, right? Put on your favorite music, have some fun. Okay, so what we like to do right away is I'm going to rinse these strainers. I like to rinse stuff. If you watch my course, Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials, I talk about how important it is to rinse everything and dry it right away. That's why I like these Norwex microfibers. You can dry stuff right away. Keep your stuff clean. Then you're less work later, you know, when you keep all your stuff clean. So we've got our cup. We've got the filtered, you know, it's strained. I shouldn't say it's filtered. It's strained coconut water. And then look at this here. Delicious coconut water. Of course, you want to drink that right away. Now, from the research that I've read, coconut water is has the molecular structure. It's the closest thing to like human plasma or blood, right? The minerals in it. I'm probably botching that. I'll have to pull out. I only read it one time and I was like, that's pretty awesome. Like coconut water is, you know, very, very amazing, good electrolytes, good way to hydrate. It's super beneficial in so many ways. Ooh, and it's so cold. It's so good. Sometimes a little lime in there might be kind of nice, or some ginger, lime and ginger, but I like it just straight. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a couple more tricks. One trick is we're gonna get the coconut meat out, but before I show you that trick, maybe you're not feeling like drinking all the coconut water right now and you wanna save it. What's the best way to save it? To where maybe you can have it later for a snack, you know, or like a midday drink. This is a great way to hydrate. Coconut water is so amazing. And to get the whole coconut is best because you get the meat as well, not just the coconut water. And you know, it's straight out of the coconut. You know it's gonna be good. But this is the way that you can store it. And I go over this in detail in my course, Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials. Make sure you grab the bundle. Go to my link. I posted my tag there. Go to the link, tap the link in my bio. Check out the website, watch the video that Lissa made about the bundle, how to download everything. Once you download everything, you have it for life. And be sure to check that out. And then get into my Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course and learn about these different tools. But I'm gonna share with you right now. I'm having fresh coconut with this morning also. Cheers! Boom! Heck yeah! It's Star Babies. I like that. Had my coconut water in my smoothie this morning. Oh, I know. I've got the coconut water that I saved from yesterday to put into some smoothies for us today. It is so delicious to use for recipes, dressing recipes, certain dressings. Coconut water, so good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to store this. So what we've got here is just a mason jar, as you can see, just a quart-sized mason jar, and we've got this special lid. This is a vacuum sealable lid. Now there is a way to make these lids by yourself with just some electrical tape and a little pin to poke a hole, which that's for another video. But you can release the air. Hear that? So we've released the air. There's no air in there because we're going to use this vacuum pump to get the air out. So this is a great way to store your coconut water or your dressing or your juice or whatever you want to store. Now look at, we've got quite a bit of air in the jar. You see that? So this is going to oxidize and it's going to turn this coconut water funky within one day. It's not going to be as delicious tasting. It might be even a little bit slimier the next day. So that's not real pleasant, right? Like you want to have it as fresh as you can. So use a lid like this. And if you're watching this, send me a DM and say vacuum lids, please. And I'll send you the link to these lids. But if you do have the bundle, which I hope you do get the bundle, get into my course and I have linked everything that I use in each module. Just go down below the video, whatever module you're watching. There's 7 modules and I have built a storefront showing you pictures of every single item, and you can just click on that and you can get whatever it is that I'm talking about that you maybe want to add to your kitchen. So we're going to put that on top. You want to make sure your lip is nice and clean, right? Of course, using clean jars. Betsy says, dang, I need that vacuum setup. No, I'm telling you, everybody needs this. This is such a game changer. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of things. This is a great way to seal and store stuff in your jars and keep it fresher for longer. So you just set the lid on top. It comes with the vacuum pump. We've actually bought 4 of these setups because they come with the pump and 16 of these lids. And I'm going to show you my rack here after we get the coconut meat out. I'll show you the rack of how many lids we actually use because we do a lot of storing, right? So it's great. I got those lids because and they are a game changer. Oh, I'm so stoked you got them. And they are. I would buy these if I was starting over raw vegan. Even if I wasn't raw vegan, I would buy these. These are so amazing. So you just simply pump the air out. So we're just gonna pump. We're sucking all the air out. It's getting harder because there's not much air left in there. And I just keep going. What I like about these hand pumps is you can really get a lot of force in there, getting that air out. So there we go. Now this is coconut water that's sealed under vacuum. It's sealed under vacuum because we pulled all the rest of the oxygen out of the jar. So this is going to stay fresher for longer, right? It's definitely a great way to store stuff. Like I said, juices, smoothies, dressings, soups, coconut water, right? Whatever. Throw it in the fridge. Maybe you get to it in a day or 2. I would definitely recommend drinking it within a few days because it's fresh coconut water. You don't want to have that sitting around, right? It's so delicious. Don't let it go to waste. But this is a great way to store it because maybe you're like, I just had a smoothie, or you drink whatever and you can't drink anymore right now. This is a great way to store it. Vacuum seal it, put it in the fridge, good to go. All right, so next thing, let's get in here real quick and I'll show you what we like to do to get the coconut meat out of the coconut. Now you can use just a spoon, right? A spoon works great. You come here and just kind of scrape around, and you know, this part, it just takes a little bit of time to get all the meat out. And you know, sometimes there's a little bit of fiber. As long as it's not wood, I don't even really worry about it. It's just extra fiber. It's just extra food for my good gut microbiome. So I don't really worry about having that. But we can scrape the lid, and then I like to just pull this off so it's out of the way. And then we can use this tool. This is a new tool. We just got this at Christmas. So basically you're just going to slip it in, right? Slip it in, and you can just kind of work it right around. It's shaped to where it just kind of scoops out around or down around the coconut meat. And you just kind of work your way around the coconut. Oop. Just kind of work your way around it. And I have tried to like kind of, you know, say, give it the turn. And I'm still trying to work this tool and try to figure out the best way to operate it. But I feel that it does help a bit more than the spoon. But I still use the spoon too. I have this and the spoon that I use. So there we go. We've got that pretty much loosened up. All that meat is loosened up in there. And then I just take my fingers and I'll just grab the chunk of coconut meat out. You got to kind of break it apart a little bit. But yeah, like see there's some of the actual coconut, the wall. And you can take like a paring knife and scrape that off. But a lot of times I don't even worry about it because it's soft and it's going to be blended up. So I don't even worry about it. It's just extra fiber. And I would imagine like if you're doing production, you're not going to be sitting there trying to clean all the coconut perfectly. But I have gone through with a a paring knife, and you can just kind of slice it right off. You see that? So we'll come in here, just kind of slice it. So you can do that. But like I said, for what we use the coconut for, I can't even tell when it's on or off. So I just stopped doing it because it takes so much time. I just don't want any chunks of wood of the actual coconut shell because that's hard. But this stuff is just like, it's just fiber from the walls. So really, that right there is how I like to get the coconut meat out, is using the spoon and that tool. Now this one here has a little bit, I like to put it in a bowl because then what I do is I'll go back and rinse it with our fresh water. And you know, like I said, if this does bug you, which for a while it did me, I was like, I want to fillet it all off, and I would just fillet all of this stuff off. So if it does mess with you, you can just lay it flat, take a paring knife, not a big knife like this, and just, you know, brush it right off the edge. I find that it doesn't really come off the nicest with a spoon. You can take a spoon and kind of scrape it, right? But I feel like the paring knife, it just works clean if you lay it flat. So yeah, look it. That's it. We got all the coconut meat out. Now, like I said, this does take a little bit of work. We were thinking about getting up at 7 in the morning to do this and make those quiche, and I'm so glad that I did not do that. We prepped it up yesterday at dinner time because we were in the kitchen. I was doing some dishes, and Liz was like, I need to get the marinade for the mushrooms. I'm like, let's just do all the prep right now, and then we don't have to worry about it tomorrow. So there it is. That's all the coconut meat. I'll show you how much we got here. And if you get the bundle, I should say when you get the bundle, because I know you guys are going to get the bundle. You guys are smart kids out there. Get that bundle. When you get the bundle, you'll have recipes that you can use this coconut meat for. Several different recipe ideas. And it's a great thing to use for certain things. You can marinate it up and dehydrate it, make kind of like a little jerky, or all kinds of stuff. We made the quiche this morning was with it. So here's our coconut meat from the one coconut, right? And like I said, you can kind of clean it up if you need, but that's essentially how we get it out. Now, of course, I'll do this one later. You get the idea though. I like to use the spoon for the lid. I feel like the spoon works the best, right? And then using that other tool to get in there, to get inside. So yeah, we will use that coconut meat for another recipe. Not sure what we'll make, but we're gonna make something cool. So let me show you one more thing before I hop off here. I'll show you the rack that we have over here with all of our freeze-dried stuff on it, and you can see how we've used more of those lids to store some of the stuff that we've prepared the freeze dryer. So let me turn this camera around here. All right, so here we are. Look at all these goodies. These are all freeze-dried goodies. Freeze-dried jalapeno, freeze-dried avocado. I just spritzed some lemon on it so it retained the color. It didn't turn brown. This is avocado, right? You know how avocados sometimes are gonna go bad? And you're like, you're welcome, definitely, for doing the coconut demo. Sometimes the avocado goes bad. With the freeze dryer, you can freeze dry it and you're able to save it. Got some sour cream, some nacho cheese, some spicy ginger almond. These are all amazing dressings that we freeze dried. Look at here, zucchini chips. This is a salt-free, oil-free, absolutely delicious, crispy chip made out of zucchini in the freeze dryer. We've got mango, some jackfruit, some raspberries, some blueberries. Now you can see these tops are a little different than these tops. Both of them are vacuum sealable lids. And these are pretty cool. I do like these, but these are a bit more, cost effective. They're cheaper, right? So, really nice. Yeah, isn't that cool? The avocado. You could actually blend up a full guacamole, lay it out on the tray, freeze dry guacamole, and have guacamole cubes. All you got to do is just add water to this, and it reconstitutes, and you can make your guacamole. And of course, if this did have an oxygen pack in it, this would be shelf stable, they say, for 20 to 25 years, which is really incredible. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys liked that coconut demo. So we got the strawberries. Look at here, yellow dragon fruit. We got a good deal on really ripe yellow dragon fruit. Like so ripe, it was on the verge of molding on the outside, and it's so delicious, so sweet. Some more mango. I already showed you that. We got apples back here. This is the quiche. The quiche that we made this morning, this is freeze-dried quiche. That quiche that we just put in the dehydrator, we just freeze-dried cubes of quiche so we can bring this on the trail with us and just eat it just like that. It's just so delicious. Asparagus, so delicious just by itself. Corn, bell peppers, or these are actually like the skinnier peppers, not the bell pepper. Sunchokes. These are marinated sunchokes. These are so crunchy, just so good to just crunch on by themselves. This is dehydrated bell pepper. This is freeze-dried. You see it looks still whole. And this is dehydrated. So it's a little different between those two. A little less nutrition here, but a little bit more here. The containers, these are half-gallon jar containers. And the best deal that I found are here in the States. It's a store called Walmart. And it was $13 for 6 of these. So an amazing deal, because I've seen some of these jars go for $20 for one. So shop around, and if you guys go to like yard sales and you find glass jars, pick them up because they'll last forever. They're glass. Look at here, marinated, freeze-dried Brussels sprouts. These are crunchy, delicious, like make your mouth water delicious, salt-free, oil-free Brussels sprouts, freeze-dried snacks. Look at this, is some jicama. We flavored this up with some good seasonings. Those are like jicama fries. Super fun just to snack on, right? This is all garlic, freeze-dried garlic. We've got some buffalo dressing there. We've got some Caesar salad dressing there, and you can see the little Harvest Right logo. I love it. And then down here on the bottom is just our lentils that we like to sprout. So that's the rack that we like to keep the stuff on. We need a bigger pantry. When we build our house, we're going to build a nice big pantry area to hold all this stuff. And as you can see, the pump just lives up on top here. We've got these pumps everywhere. One's in the truck, one's up here, another one's in the kitchen, another one's in the cupboard. So we've got pumps everywhere. So anyways, what I was saying earlier on the show is I do have this rack, and this rack actually comes with the shelf liners. This is a really cool rack. I believe that this rack was $90. It's not terribly big, right? It's like not terribly tall, but it's perfect to hold all of our jars and stuff on. So really cool to be able to keep stuff organized and, you know, tidy. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this morning. It was cool hanging out with you guys. I do have to get in and water my microgreens. I don't want to forget because we didn't water them this morning. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Let's go take a peek real quick at the stuff in the dehydrator. Look it. We just got these in there this morning. Look at that quiche. Yeah. Hey, make sure you do the, make sure you grab the bundles so you have the recipes to be able to make all this kind of stuff. And you'll have the recipes and the know-how to make these delicious wraps. Come join us here again. We're going live at 2 p.m. PST to make these wraps live with you guys. And we're going to be taking these with us hiking tomorrow. Hey, you want to see where we're going to hike? I'll even show you. You can see it. Can you do a jicama demo recipe sometime? You know, that would be pretty fun. Let me lead you outside here real quick. Ooh, you want to see behind the scenes? Look at this is where Alyssa takes all of her pictures. All of those amazing pictures you see are taken right here. Let me just back up. Look at that. Right? Here's my little photo booth set up. A little behind the scenes. It's just in the middle of our living room. So you don't need like anything special. But look at that. This is where she takes those amazing photos. Look at that. Isn't that cool? She's got this one over here for like a little light deflection. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Here's our tower. Look at this thing. The Lettuce Grow farm stand. So amazing. Just growing food for us. It's automatically watered. Look, we're gonna have to harvest. We're gonna harvest a bunch of these greens today to put into our wraps. Look at this bok choy. And we've been cutting off of it, as you can see. We've been cutting several off of it, and it's just booming, doing so good. Okay, so let's bring you out on the balcony here real quick. Here we go, Las Vegas, downtown. Yee-hoo! Okay, I'm gonna zoom in where we're gonna be hiking. Look at that. You see that right there, dead center? That peak? That's where we're going tomorrow. That is where we're going tomorrow. We're going to be at the top of that mountain eating those wraps live with you tomorrow. So make sure you join in for tomorrow's live. We'll be hiking right up there. We actually have to drive around the back side of the mountain. We have to drive around and then we park and then we hike up. It's about 3,000 feet. But we're going to be going up there and having some lunch. So cool. Yeah, Red Rock. Red Rock is amazing. We love Red Rock. So that's not actually Red Rock. Red Rock is a bit more west from us. But anyways, yeah, hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check back in with us, 2 p.m. PST. We'll be back in the kitchen. We're going to take those wraps. We're going to take those quiche. We're going to take the mushrooms. We're going to put it all together and make magic. Make magic in the kitchen. Just in Vegas 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Vegas, man. It's a pretty fun place in a lot of ways. We don't drink or gamble or any of that kind of stuff or eat at restaurants even. But we love the entertainment and we love the just, you know, Nevada, the desert. It's so amazing. So anyways, I love all you, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you here again. Let's see. Tomorrow, I will not be doing the Grow Along tomorrow, 8 a.m., because we're going to be prepping up to go for a hike. So tomorrow's Grow Along won't be happening. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be doing the grow along again, 8 a.m. So yes, thank you so much for all your love and your support. Thank you for the badges, Kovacs and what was it, High Five? I missed your name there. I really appreciate you. Yes, definitely. 2 p.m. PST, come back. We'll be back in the kitchen and we'll be rolling those wraps up. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you grab the bundle. For those of you who don't have the bundle, make sure to go check it out. Go watch the video. Just see what's in it. It's such an amazing deal. You're going to get so much value out of this bundle. It's a once a year kind of thing. It only comes around once a year. And there's the exclusive appetizer book that's a collaboration between 37 different chefs from around the world, all contributed some of their favorite appetizer recipes, which we've made a few. Stay tuned for our YouTubes because we're showing what we're eating every single day from the recipes that we find in the bundle. So if you want to check that out, you want to see what we're eating and what it looks like and how some certain things are made. We're not sharing the recipes, of course, but check out our YouTube. This is Raw Food Romance and Raw Natty Nate. And, leave us a comment. Let us know you dropped by. Love you. And we will see you on the next one.